Have you ever thought about how significant the middle class is to a country's economy and society? The middle class, often regarded as the backbone of a nation, is more than just a demographic. It's a vibrant ecosystem that encompasses a substantial portion of the population, characterized by individuals and families with moderate incomes, aspirations for upward mobility, and a level of financial stability. Now let's delve into what makes the middle class so essential. At its core, the middle class is a driver of economic growth and prosperity. As consumers, they form a vast market for goods and services, stimulating demand and fueling production and innovation across a broad array of sectors. Their purchasing power breathes life into businesses, encourages entrepreneurship, and sparks investment. This, in turn, generates employment opportunities and contributes to the dynamism of the overall economy. But the influence of the middle class extends beyond the economy. It also invests in the future, in education, healthcare, housing, and other long-term assets. This investment fosters human capital development and capital formation, both vital ingredients for sustained economic progress. Moreover, the middle class is a crucial bulwark against social inequality and instability. It provides a measure of economic security and access to resources, acting as a buffer against poverty and vulnerability. This reduces the risk of social unrest and political upheaval, promoting social cohesion and maintaining social order. And let's not forget the role of the middle class in shaping public policies and governance. Given its numerical strength and diverse interests, the middle class can influence political decision-making processes, advocating for policies that promote economic opportunity, social mobility, and fairness. The middle class also plays a crucial role in fostering cultural and intellectual development. It promotes intellectual curiosity, creativity, and innovation, driving progress in science, technology, arts, and humanities. This, along with the values of meritocracy, tolerance, and diversity often associated with the middle class, contributes to a pluralistic and inclusive society. Indeed, the strength and vibrancy of the middle class are crucial indicators of a nation's overall well-being and prospects for sustainable development. The middle class, a powerful force, driving economic growth and prosperity. This statement holds a lot of truth when we delve into the economic dynamics that the middle class helps shape. Imagine a bustling marketplace. The middle class, with their moderate incomes, forms a significant portion of the consumers here. They're buying goods and services, stimulating demand across a wide range of sectors. From groceries to gadgets, from travel packages to tuition fees, the middle class's diverse needs and wants fuel production and innovation. This consumer behavior doesn't just sustain existing businesses, it also paves the way for new ones. Think about it. When there's a demand for a product or service, it opens up opportunities for entrepreneurship. The aspiring entrepreneur sees this demand, acknowledges the purchasing power of the middle class, and decides to step into the market. This, in turn, leads to investment in the business, creating employment opportunities and contributing to overall economic dynamism. But the middle class's contribution to the economy isn't limited to their role as consumers. They are also investors in their own right, not necessarily in stocks or bonds, but in assets that foster long-term economic progress. Let's take education, for example. The middle class places a high value on education. They invest in it for themselves and their children, understanding that it's a stepping stone to better opportunities and upward mobility. This investment in education contributes to human capital development, equipping the workforce with the skills and knowledge necessary to drive economic growth. Healthcare and housing are other areas where the middle class invests. They understand the importance of maintaining good health for productivity and the sense of security that comes with owning a home. These investments also contribute to capital formation, which is essential for sustained economic progress. Investing in education, healthcare, housing, the middle class fosters human capital development and capital formation essential for sustained economic progress. As we can see, the middle class, with their dual roles as consumers and investors, serve as a veritable catalyst for economic growth and prosperity. The middle class, not just an economic catalyst, but also a bulwark against social inequality and instability. The middle class's unique position in society allows it to serve as a stabilizing force, promoting social cohesion and unity. This group, with its moderate incomes and aspirations for upward mobility, stands as a buffer between the extremes of wealth and poverty. By virtue of their relative economic security, Middle-class individuals and families can afford not only their basic needs but also some discretionary spending, which acts as a safety net against financial vulnerability. This economic stability helps reduce the risk of social unrest. When a large portion of the population is financially stable and content, there's less likelihood for strife and upheaval. This stability in turn fosters a sense of community, as people feel more secure and are more likely to engage with their neighbors and participate in community activities. But the role of the middle class in promoting social stability goes beyond just economics. The middle class also plays a crucial role in strengthening the social contract between citizens and the state. This is the unspoken agreement that citizens will abide by laws and pay taxes in return for the state providing public goods and services. A thriving middle class, with its vested interest in social stability and progress, is more likely to fulfill its end of this contract. This willingness to contribute to the collective good is evident in the middle class's role in civic engagement. Middle-class individuals are often more likely to participate in community organizations, volunteer their time, and vote in elections. These activities not only help build stronger communities, but also ensure that the government and institutions are held accountable. In the grand scheme of things, the middle class, through its economic stability and civic engagement, plays a vital role in maintaining social order. And it's this sense of order, this sense of community, that forms the bedrock of any thriving society. The middle class, through its relative economic security and access to resources, helps maintain social order and fosters a sense of community. Let's delve into how the middle class shapes public policies and governance. The middle class, with its vast numbers and varied interests, wields considerable influence on political decision-making processes. They are the advocates for policies that stimulate economic opportunity, promote social mobility, and ensure fairness. Acting as a unified voice, the middle class demands policies that create an environment conducive to their aspirations and financial security. Consider the impact of the middle class on tax policy, for instance. They often champion for a tax system that is progressive, ensuring the wealthy pay their fair share, but not so burdensome that it stifles their own upward mobility. They advocate for policies that make it easier for families to manage the cost of living, such as affordable healthcare, quality education, and accessible housing. The middle class also plays a vital role in shaping labor laws, pushing for fair wages, job security, and safe working conditions. They are the driving force behind initiatives that protect workers' rights, improve job quality, and promote work-life balance. Their influence extends to social policies too, advocating for social safety nets and programs that provide assistance to those in need. However, the influence of the middle class is not limited to advocating for beneficial policies. They also demand greater accountability, transparency, and responsiveness from elected representatives and government institutions. They expect their leaders to act in the best interest of the people they serve, and they aren't afraid to hold them accountable when they fall short. The middle class stands as a formidable check on corruption, nepotism, and abuse of power. They are the watchdogs of democracy, unafraid to question authority and demand justice. They rally against any form of corruption, ensuring the integrity of their institutions is preserved. Moreover, the middle class supports policies that invest in public goods and services. They recognize the importance of quality education, healthcare, infrastructure, and environmental protection, understanding that these elements contribute to a prosperous society. Indeed, the middle class acts as a check on corruption, nepotism, and abuse of power, supporting policies that invest in public goods and services. Their role in shaping public policies and governance is instrumental in building a vibrant, sustainable, and equitable society. Despite its pivotal role, the middle class faces various challenges and vulnerabilities. Imagine the middle class as a ship sailing through the stormy waters of an ever-changing socio-economic landscape. The winds of change are fierce and unpredictable, often pushing this ship off its intended course. One such wind is the economic downturn. Picture the global financial crisis of 2008 or the recent COVID-19 pandemic. These events can wreak havoc on the middle class, causing job losses, wage stagnation, and a decline in living standards. The ship is battered by waves, and water starts to flood in, threatening to sink it. Next, consider the technological disruptions. The rise of automation, artificial intelligence, and digital technologies is reshaping the world of work, rendering some jobs obsolete while creating others that require new skills. For the middle class, this can mean increased job insecurity and the need for continual learning and adaptation. The ship is caught in a whirlpool, spinning and struggling to maintain its balance. Then, there's globalization. While it has brought about many benefits, globalization has also led to increased competition, outsourcing, and the offshoring of jobs. For the middle class, this often translates into wage pressure and diminished job opportunities. The ship is navigating through treacherous waters, dodging icebergs, and trying to stay afloat. Finally, structural changes in labor markets, such as the shift from manufacturing to service-based industries and the rise of the gig economy, can also undermine the stability of the middle class. These changes often result in less secure employment, unpredictable income, and fewer benefits. The ship is in choppy waters, rocked by waves, and struggling to maintain its course. These challenges threaten the stability and growth of the middle class, leading to a potential shrinking middle class and widening income inequality. As the middle-class ship sails through these stormy waters, it's crucial to find ways to steady it, ensuring it remains the backbone of our societies. For the stability of the ship is not just a matter of those aboard, it matters to us all.